Hey guys, today I want to talk about the pros and cons of phones cases, like like your little earbud cases. Pros and cons to them. Uh, but before I get into that, I want to talk about raycons in particular. So I guess I'm going to start with their case as well. But the raycons boast that they have like the best sound quality and stuff. And a lot of people go, yeah, they do. Okay. Comparing these headphones to these headphones, which are the jlab, I'm not even sure. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. They're the jlabs. These sound the same to me. So I reached out to a friend, had them try the raycons. They notice a difference. So I guess it depends on how damaged your hearing is. If you have bad hearing, these might be better for you. My hearing's pretty basic, so these sound the same. These sound the same as basic wired headphones. I don't notice a difference. So if you or somebody you know has hearing problems, the raycons might be better. Maybe. Real quick, when it comes down to price, $80, $25. They boast that Raycon boasts that they're the cheapest of their type. Maybe they were. And again, for people with hearing problems, maybe they are. For me, I have two of these for the price of one of these. Less than the price of one of these. Even with tax. Thought I'd share that with you guys. Battery life on this is, I don't know, 24 hours, I think. 36 hours on these. Because I think the case holds 24 hours, and then the earbuds themselves hold like 6 or something. This just says 20 hours plus. I don't know how much it's supposed to hold in the case. I don't know how much it's supposed to hold in the earbud. My guess is pretty similar. Yeah, my guess that these probably hold like 20 hours of play in the case, and then like 6 hours in the earbud, so a few less hours than this one does. So onto the designs, like of the case itself. I love this thing because it's a nice sealed in case. The only things I don't like about it are I don't even know if you can see it. There's that little circle in the front. That's your light to indicate the charge. So each earbud has a light on it, and I'm not sure if I can get them to do it. Yeah, see? So you have your circle light, and then each earbud has a light telling you that it's charged and powered on and stuff. I would assume the light in the center in the front is to tell you the charge, but I'm not positive on what it is, because if you open the raycons after you've synced them to something, they power on in sync. The light I've only ever seen in white. I don't know. You can't see it from the outside, which frustrates me both because I'm not sure if that light's supposed to indicate something, and because there's no signs on here to show you when it's fully charged. So you might have a dead case and not know, because you weren't counting how long your headphones were charging in the case. Small gripes, but that is an actual issue I found with this. Now, to compare that back to... I have these in the wrong case. To compare that back to the jlabs, as you can see, I'm just dropping the headphones into it, which is problematic. But the light shines on the front to tell you when the thing's charging. And I think it also indicates when it's fully charged. Each earbud for this thing has a small light on it, but you can't actually see it in the camera because this piece of plastic and this piece of plastic cover them. Biggest design flaw ever, it's opened. There is not a sliding panel, there's not something that clips onto it. It's just an open thing. I cannot tell you how many times I have dropped these. There they go again. I have dropped these onto an actual surface, and the earbuds have flown out of it. Or the amount of times I have knocked it over slightly, and it just drops earbuds out of it. The magnet used for the charging port, maybe on the white one. Yeah, there's little magnets here to hold it in. They're not actually strong enough to hold it in to a fall. So you will lose these. If you're somebody who's prone to dropping things, you're going to lose these. I lose them all the time. Biggest design flaw I think they could have had with this. However, like I mentioned, you can see the light. Only thing I hate about this is that I cannot see the light on it. Well, no, that's not true. I also wish there was something I could use to kind of hang it on something. Like, if you had an old flip phone, like not super old, but back when flip phones were still popular, you know that there's usually like a little strand spot for you to hook your phone into it, like onto a string or something. Something like that on this would have been really helpful. Because again, I'm prone to dropping and losing things. I dropped this and it's gone. It's very small. It's actually smaller than my pinky finger. So it's really small, very easy to lose. The jlab is bigger, but still, even with their stuff, I wish they had put on something to hook a string to. Next great thing about the Raycon. These things, these cases, you plug them in with a basic universal cord. You never have to worry when you lose the cord for these, you don't have to worry. You have more. Next problem with the jlab. That's your cord. Yeah, full length. So you're not plugging this into a wall. And just... that's the cord. If something happens to this case, to these headphones, to this cord on this case, you're done. And again, it just snaps into the bottom. They both do. They just snap into the bottom. You're asking for this to get damaged. You're asking to lose these. The case design for these headphones suck. Okay. Final gripes are going to be about the earbuds themselves. And it's going to be about the button mechanism for each. Because they do both have it. I just don't know what the buttons do on this. I know that there's play, pause, and I think if you double click one, it calls people back. I think. The jlabs have no button. They have a sensor. The sensor doesn't work half the time. I don't know if I broke the sensor on both or what, but I have the touch controls here. Is it a circle thing? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay. One tap's for the volume. I've mastered that. If you hold it, it's supposed to skip a track. It doesn't. 2 taps isn't a thing. 3 taps will change the setting. Change the setting, you say. Yep. So you have your balanced. You have... Oh, I don't remember. There's their specialty one, which is the best one to have it on. There's balanced, and there's something else. Oh, and there's bass boost. I try not to change the setting. Every once in a while it bumps over to something else. I try not to change the setting because if you get anything other than their specialty, their signature one, it's crud. And again, I'm not positive on what the button on the Raycon does other than pause your music, because that's about the only thing I use it for. And I know that it calls people back because I've accidentally hit it more than once and had people called back. Other than that, though, to each their own. Oh, real quick. When we talk about sleek designs, the Raycon definitely has this one beat. So, 25 each. 80. Chord system sucks. Chord system's fine. Size sucks. Size is iffy. Open case, closed case. If I was given the option between these two headphones and I was told it was somebody else's money, Raycon. If I was told I had to buy it myself, jlab. I don't see enough of a difference between the two to justify the price gap. So, it's completely up to you and how you feel about it, but to me it just makes sense to go for the cheaper option. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.